Welcome to episode 15 of Top Picks, our fortnightly roundup of the last 2 weeks in the numismatic world.
Yes, but it's not just the numismatic world we'll be talking about, because we're also going to cover the brand new King Charles III stamps. Let's get into it.
So firstly, I want to talk about the new King Charles III stamps.
Right.
They were released for pre-order last week, and it's very exciting because obviously for the last 70 years we've seen Queen Elizabeth II on stamps.
Absolutely.
But now we're going to see the King. So these stamps feature Martin Jennings' portrait of King Charles III, and that's the same one that's on UK coinage.
Right.
But he also is not facing the opposite way to his mother like on coins.
Of course.
He's also going to face to the left on these stamps.
That's really interesting, obviously, because whenever there's a new monarch on a coin, they flip over, they face the other way. So on the stamps, that doesn't happen.
No, they're both facing the same way, so that's an interesting twist.
Nice.
And obviously new stamps include that barcode now, that QR code that you can scan and you can send a message or a video. It really ties in the postal world with the digital age. These new ones will also feature that.
Nice.
So they'll be a little bit wider and they'll have the image and the barcode. So really making it a little bit more immersive. So when you receive a letter, it's not just there, but it actually does something as well.
Yeah, it's really good. And of course, these are the very, very first, and any collector wants to get the first of something.
And yeah, it is really special. And my favourite way to own these stamps, obviously you can have a look in the link and pre-order them all, but my favourite way is to own the King Charles III silver coin cover. So you get all 4 of the new stamps, and you get a 2023 1 ounce silver Charles Britannia coin.
Absolutely.
And that's the first Charles Britannia coin as well.
And so when are all these going to be available from a pre-order, but what day are they actually released?
So yeah, pre-order them now, but they're available on the 4th of April.
4th of April, it's not too long away.
No, very exciting.
Okay, so that was the King stamps, the very first of their kind. We're going to go on to something which is a first of its kind as well. Something really important in the coin world, and that's these. This is the very, very first ever collectible limited edition coin released for a coronation.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just the first coronation in 70 years, it's the first coin that's ever been minted with a limited edition number. So we've got 5 pound coins, 3 of them here for the British Isles. They've got the King's head, of course, on the obverse side, and on the reverse side on each one you've got stunning designs, all to do with the coronation. So on this one, we've got the carriage there that the King will ride in as part of the coronation carriage. On the second one, you've got the King's royal cipher, which I think is beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, that's the one I've got here. It's really nice.
Yeah, and with St Edward's crown, which again, part of the coronation, on there as well. And the final one, which you can only get in the set. These 2 are available individually, but this one you can only get in the set of 3, has the imperial crown on it, which I believe is the one that was on the coffin when the Queen was lying in state. Also will be worn by the King as part of the coronation day. This set is incredible. 5 pound coins, limited edition, proof quality, both in cuprical and in silver. Difficult
With
to get hold of.
plating.
Well, yeah, the silver version has the gold plating highlighting the design. They are stunning to look at.
Yeah.
Now, last week, or 2 weeks ago actually, the Mint Masters version of this came out, which is the even more limited edition version, made to an even higher quality. That one sold out at a range of 1 a minute. 140 minutes, no, not 140 minutes, 1 hour 40, so 100 minutes. There was 100 of them. They literally sold out almost instantaneously. It was incredible to be here when that was happening, and people just going absolutely crazy for it.
And I mean, I've seen those, you can see them on screen now, but they are absolutely stunning. So that's no surprise, really.
Absolutely.
They had that reverse gold plating, didn't they?
They did.
Special.
And so you can still get these, as we speak anyway, you can still get these in proof quality, both as I said in base metal and also in silver. And also, probably should mention this, there is a gold version as well. So if you really want to get something incredible for the coronation, a moment in history, and the first ever set of coins you can get, limited edition for a coronation, act quickly. Now's the time to go big. So if you want to get the whole range, or you want to have a good look at whole range, click on the link in the description below. It's definitely worth for such a big event. We've actually seen, even in the last couple of months, we've seen a big increase in desirability of the 1953 coins from the Queen's coronation. And they weren't limited edition, of course, but they're difficult to get hold of. So getting something limited edition now, in the future, this is the sought after collectible coins of the future.
Definitely.
I'm not going to miss out. I don't think you should miss out, and you shouldn't miss out either.
So that was the Coronation £5 coins.
Yep.
Moving on, sticking with the Coronation theme, we're going to talk about the Coronation 50p range.
That's great, because the 50p has become the collector's coin, hasn't it?
It really has, yeah. And so fitting that these ones have been issued for King Charles III's coronation.
Yeah.
So the complete collection is 15 new 50p coins,
Okay.
split up into 3 different sets.
3 sets of 5.
Yep, so the first set is the National Anthem set.
Right, okay.
And it features iconic lines from the British National Anthem. God Save the King, the first verse. So these are the ones that we've got here.
They look good, don't they?
Yeah, stunning. You can get the silver and the BU version, and you can even get the God Save the King one in gold proof.
Oh, very nice. Now, it's not just the words though. What else is on there? What else? There's like some animals or something?
Yeah, so it's split. So you've got the heraldic beasts on the other side.
Ah, very nice. So that in keeping with the Platinum Jubilee that came out the 50p that came out last year as well.
Oh yeah, tying it all in perfectly with those royal beasts and the national anthem. And then the other sets. So we've got the Royal Regalia set.
Yes.
And that features all of the most iconic things like the ceremonial objects for a coronation. So you've got the coronation spoon, the sovereign's orb, and the sovereign's scepter.
Nice.
That's a beautiful set. And you've also got the royal residences, which includes Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, and the Palace of Holyrood House.
Okay, so quite unusual and diverse, but quite holistic as well. You get quite a lot going on in the 15 coins.
Oh yeah, definitely. So you can get the complete set of 15 coins in brilliant uncirculated quality, but you can actually only own the Royal Regalia and the Royal Residences set as part of that complete collection.
Okay, so like this one here, you've got the National Anthem you can get by itself, but if you want the complete collection, which you really, really should do, you have to get it all together. Yeah,
and I love those Royal Regalia ones. They are absolutely stunning. So I know I'm going to be getting the whole set with all 15.
I think that's a good idea. And of course, you've got the King's Head on the other side. And since the King's Head has come onto people's coinage, they found it a real difficult to use, haven't they? You know, people really struggle with the change.
Right, so let's get on to our favourites.
Okay.
What is your favourite?
So my favourite is Royal, but it's not Coronation anymore.
Okay.
This one actually has just been come out from the Royal Mint about a week ago or so, and it's part of their Royal Tudor Beast £5 series.
Great series.
It has been quite popular actually. This is the first one in the series that features the King Charles, on the obverse.
Oh.
So it's one of the series in the Royal Mint that have had both the Queen and the King on the obverse, on the head side of the coin.
That's rare actually. I mean, we've only just seen that with the Harry Potter series, with the 2 with the Queen and 2 with the King. So another series, a £5 series, is time to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's time to get in on the series if you haven't already, and if you have, this is certainly not one to be missed out on. The Bull of Clarence is thought to be one of the strongest and most powerful of the beasts. It stands guarding Hampton Court Palace. Also, of course, the bull, one of the oldest kind of imagery of strength in the world, and we believe was chosen by King Henry VIII to reinforce his ancestral links to the House of York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so just some bit of details there that I didn't find out, but someone told me about, actually, about the Bull of Clarence. I didn't know anything about it before this. That's why I love these Royal Mint series, because they're educational as well as collectible.
Yeah.
But, as I said, getting the 2 heads there, the Queen and the King together in a series, a limited edition, in a variety of specs. You've got the brilliant circulated, you've got the silver and everything. And
it is a beautiful design with the bull and the rose.
And beautiful things matter to you, don't they? It all depends. See, you like the attractiveness of coins. For me, it's more about their collectability and the rarity.
And the story.
Exactly, and this ticks all the boxes.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so that was my favourite. But before we get into yours, I bet it's really, really cute.
Well, this time it's actually not cute. It's a little bit scary.
Really? Do I want to hear this? Can I leave or?
No, you can stay.
Right.
Because my favourite is the Treasure Island 5-ounce silver skull coin.
Okay.
Treasure Island, obviously that iconic novel by Robert Louis Stevenson.
Yeah.
And to celebrate 140 years since the novel Treasure Island, which was obviously, you know, it was the pinnacle of pirate adventure stories. Everything that followed, you know, that was the one that sort of set the whole genre for it, really.
Yep.
But to celebrate that novel, this coin has been struck. It's a Barbados coin.
Okay.
So it's a $5 coin.
Yep.
And it's been struck from 5 ounces of silver. It's got an antique finish.
Right.
And
That's a lot of
high
silver.
relief as well.
Yeah.
So it does come out as well. It's like domed. And it's in that shape of the Jolly Roger skull. It's even got an eye patch.
Right.
I really like this one.
And coming from Barbados, it's really in keeping with kind of that area of the world with a lot of piracy traditionally as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the story, Long John Silver and things like that. Fantastic.
Yeah, so I think it's really nice, something to have for your collection if you're into, you know, your books and your stories and pop culture type things.
And how many of them is there?
Well, there's only 1,500 available worldwide,
Right.
but we've only got a few for Westminster Collection customers.
All right, so I have to act quickly then.
So again, yeah, check the link, see if we've got any left. But they are really nice, so I mean, they might be gone. And it comes in this presentation case, obviously with the pirate theme, and a certificate of authenticity as well.
Very nice, very unusual for anyone who likes unusual coins or anything to do with literature or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm drawn
like
to
this
it.
one.
Yeah, it's nice and unusual. And do you know what pirates bring to the party?
What do pirates bring to the party?
Doubloons!
Oh my goodness. That's my job. Stop stealing my job.
Right, now we've done our favourites, you know what time it is.
I know what time it is.
It's time for our little round.
Roundup.
So firstly, we looked at those King Charles III stamps.
Yeah, the very first stamps so, with King Charles on, so you definitely want to grab hold of those.
And then we had some Coronation coins.
We did the £5.
And the 50p's.
Yes. And then also we talked about the new Royal Tudor Beast series, the Bull of Clarence.
Beautiful. And my favourite, which was the Treasure Island Skull coin.
It was, with your very, very terrible joke. Look, it's been a very busy 2 weeks in the numismatic world and the philatelic world with the stamps coming out. So if you've got anything that you want to have a more detailed look at, click on the link in the description box below. You can see everything that we've talked about in today's video.
Yeah, and if you enjoyed today's episode, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future videos from us.
Yep.
And perhaps leave a comment below letting us know what you'd like us to talk about next time, maybe.
Absolutely. In the meantime, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time for episode 16 of Top Picks.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Doubloons.
The what?
The balloon. The balloons.
Doubloons are the currency
currency of a
that pirates
pirate.
use. Our audience be more cultured than you, so it's